Kenny's actually cutting right now, and I think Mike's getting ready to start dragging. I'm building some roads to kind of speed things up. A lot of times when I build roads, I'll come down through here, get them in place. That way it just kind of, it makes dragging them a little easier and quicker. I can kind of clean out around some trees too. We got some really good trees here to cut today. See some of these things. We'll get out and look at them here in a bit. They're pretty good sized trees. Tall. That one up here, that's a real champ up there. That is a real champ. That one's good, but that one behind it's the Buster. There we go. Kind of get a good look at it there. That is a humdinger of a tree. Like I said, it kind of makes things easier from a cutting perspective to come through and put some roads in place and clean out around the trees. And it makes things easier from a skidder driver's perspective. Not only that, we get some roads and trails in place. Our clients usually appreciate it quite a bit. They've got roads they can use from long after we're gone. Take this little guy down right here. Kind of scratch him out. Yeah, that is a beast. That is a beast. I had trouble sleeping last night just thinking about that tree. A good spot for one of those mulching heads. Another good one right there. Once I get kind of cleaned out around everything, I'm gonna jump on the skidder and I'm gonna start dragging. These trees here, these are a little slower going, cutting these good trees like this, because you got to use a little extra time in cutting them. And they're in close enough proximity, only one of us will be cutting them. Good road center now. Let's start off on this big boy here, which I've already got some bad news to report to you about it. She ain't cutting too good. They ain't cutting good at all. It's a shame. It's a pretty tree standing. About ready to start clipping spurs. There she goes. There she goes. There she goes. See how bad it is. Well, not terrible. Not terrible. Not good. We got Mike on his way out. Another tall one getting ready to come down here. We had to take about 2 foot off that last one. And we seen a place on it yesterday, kind of like almost like a seam, something, just enough to whammy. But yeah, almost kind of like a seam. And really what it was probably like a ant den or something. But it's a shame to see good logs like that cut bad. But that's the way it goes more times than not, honestly. See a good tree here. It's a real good tree right here on the creek bank. It's just a big lumber log. All footage in it, but it's a good lumber log. You can see we're pretty much right here on the highway. I always want to kind of stand back, which it looks like I'm under that, but I'm not. I'm actually quite a ways back from it. Camera angles and such. You kind of see here what we were talking about on this seam. And this is the stump. This is what we cut off, and this is on the bottom side down. See here our spurs. But yesterday you could see this piece here. That's what we kind of wondered about. Just kind of hoping and praying. You can see kind of like it's some moisture coming out of it there. But even here where it cut off, see that seam there? And it's not really a lightning scar, just a seam. Just kind of had that crack going right to the heart, but it still cut off pretty good here. And that's about 2 foot of wood. 18, I'd say 20 inches, 2 foot, somewhere in there. Still not terrible, but you still hate to lose the stump on it. No matter how much you've run a saw or how good you think you are, you're always going to get hung up. Always. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Kenny's going to get the other saw to cut me out. Bad tree, tall, got some crook to it. We can cut that crook out though. Mike's there eagerly waiting to drag it. Got 2 or 3 more good ones to cut down through here. One over there behind where the skid steer's parked. We've been trying to keep all this brush kind of pushed up in the pile, cleaned up the best we can just to make it look better. Keep the tops cut to lie flat to the ground. Here comes Kenny on the Ranger. He'll get me cut out. We'll move to these over here on the creek next. I don't like to waste anything. As I was cutting up a top, I seen that little piece there that could be salvaged, so it's got a good 12-foot log on it. Yep, if we can make something on it, if it can be sold, I want it to go to the landing. Shoot, that might be a excuse me, more like a 13-inch log. Away he goes. Kenny's on the 299. Looks like we got a steak down there caught in the undercarriage. We'll get that out here in a minute. Still got that big brute we got to get down here in a second, and got this guy right here, which I'm gonna see if we can't go ahead and bring this guy down right now. Get it done and over with and out of the way. Good tree. Good tree. Come on this way. Come on this way. Come on this way. There we go. Couldn't have been any better. Now we'll use a skid steer to kind of get that brush piled up and back out of the road here. It's turned out to be a real good road going down here the landowner can access from now until he either keeps it up or lets it go back to nature, which this gentleman here I'm sure will keep it up. I think it looks pretty good in here, really. All things considered, you know, with the trees we cut, it opened up the canopy a little bit, but we've got most of the tops concentrated in one place using directional falling. Then just taking the skidder and skid steer and getting the tops pushed up in there, it makes a good little wildlife habitat as well. The main thing was to not get too carried away with tearing stuff up, to still keep a good buffer between the highway and the property back here, which that won't be any trouble at all. This tree here, the thing was with cutting it was to keep it out of the creek, keep it up here on the bank, which Kenny definitely did a good job of doing that. It's just about lunchtime for us, so we'll probably go eat lunch here in just a few minutes. When we come back, we'll finish cutting all that stuff out in there, and that'll probably be all we try to do today over here. Just try to get this side finished up. Then tomorrow we'll probably try to start on the other side of the creek over here. End of the day, getting the logs laid out, got them all bucked. This is that first big tree we had to cut 2 foot off of. Still got a good log in it. 18 foot 23 inches is what it made. It would have been a lot better if it had been 20 foot 23 inches, but you know, things happen. Hey guys, if you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for all of our latest videos.